Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to change the battery tray in a Mazda 6. The tray in my Mazda is completely stuffed. It's broken, it doesn't hold the battery down, the battery's loose. Also, one of the terminals is completely shot. Actually, they were both shot, but I just already replaced one of them. But I'll show you how to replace the other one. So this is the bracket that's supposed to hold it down. These trays in these cars are plastic, and you can see down there that the tray is completely broken where the clamp is supposed to connect to. You can see also down there that this a bit of plastic just fell off. Yeah, that's totally gone. So basically the battery's just pretty much just loose there, wobbling around. If this metal bracket touches this positive terminal, that's going to short out. So that's dangerous. This whole situation's really dangerous. Plus these old terminals are so loose. I can't tighten them up. They're completely shot. This terminal was the same as this one. This is the positive, and I've already replaced that. So you can see how I've done that. I'm going to do the same to this one, so I'll go through that process with you as well. But I'm going to actually remove this bracket until this whole thing's replaced, because that's really dangerous. Alright, so I've picked up a couple of bits and pieces for the job from Supercheap Auto. Some battery terminals. They come in packs of 2. I only really need one, but I'm sure I'll use the other one at some point. I just got some new silicone boots to put over the terminals. They're good just to protect from short outs. They're also good because if somebody ever changes the battery or removes the battery, it's just real obvious that the red is positive and the black is negative. Just avoids any mistake when you're installing a battery. I got this metal battery tray from Supercheap. It's a large. They didn't have any other sizes, so we're going to work with large. I don't think I'm going to need large as such for my particular car, a Mazda, but if you've got a 4-wheel drive or a Commodore or something, you'll probably go for large. But so this is just a generic tray. It's not made specially for the Mazda, so I've never done this particular job before, so we're just going to make it fit. You can see on the sides it's got the clips for the battery hooks, which is what the car's got, so that should work. Alright, so you can see the old tray down there. It's all brittle and broken. So I'm just going to undo 1, 2 bolts and get that out. Alright, so there's the old and there's the new. You can see that the new is definitely bigger. Hopefully it'll fit without having to cut it down. Yeah, it does actually fit. You want to just see how you can see where the screw is mounted on the old one. It doesn't quite line up with those screws on both sides, so we might have to just drill a hole. But it does fit in the car at least, so that is a pretty good result. Yeah, so before you put anything together, just anything to do with batteries, you usually end up with this corrosion crap around the place. So just this one's actually not that bad, but just give the area a clean before you put it back together, because this white acid battery corrosion that gets around the place. It can eventually cause rust or cause your metal to get eaten right through by the acid. So just give that a clean up before you install a new tray. Also, these bolts, often you'll find that they're very corroded, just from the battery acid and just the wear and tear with the acid on them. So if they're bad, just replace them. Luckily with Mazdas, they only make a couple of different size bolts, so I've got heaps of spares. But if not, you can just go down to your car auto store and just pick up some bolts that are the same size and just replace them. There we go, that's nice and snug. There we go, solid as. Just like new, but better because it's made of metal and not plastic. Right, now the final thing I'm going to do is replace this crappy factory terminal, which I can't even tighten up any more than this, with a nice new terminal. So whenever you're working on these, just be aware that this is live, this is positive, and anytime that we're touching a negative terminal, make sure we're not touching anything on this, as it's going to spark and could burn the crap out of you. So that sits on there like that. All we've got to do basically is cut this cable off and just clamp the wire onto this. Now on the other side, I didn't have enough cable to actually cut the copper. It was only just long enough to reach the terminal. So check that before you cut any cable. This one's got plenty of length, so it doesn't really matter. But on the other one, what I had to do was actually saw off the existing crimp here and then clamp this existing crimp into the terminal. Else, if I had have cut it right off before the crimp, it just wouldn't have been long enough. But yeah, this one's fine. That's the job done. Everything is very solid there. That's the negative, that's the positive. That battery's not going anywhere. That's stronger and better than when the car left the factory. For some reason, car companies use crappy pressed aluminium battery terminals, which are absolute rubbish, and plastic tray. So this one will last the life of the car for sure. As a final finishing touch, I've just put these rubber boots on, silicone I should say. I would have had to remove the terminals to slide them over this ending, so what I did is just cut a slit in the bottom and just cable tied them on. So yeah, just a nice finishing touch. One thing I did notice is this here with this tray sticks up further than it did before. So I just want to make sure when I close the bonnet that doesn't poke through the bonnet. I think it's going to be okay, but I'm just going to close the bonnet real slow and just make sure we've got enough clearance there. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope that was helpful for you and you enjoyed it. I'm going to do some more maintenance videos on my Mazda as problems come up, which I'm sure they will on a almost 20-year-old car. I also make videos about computer maintenance and retro computer gaming, so if you'd be interested in those, please check out my channel. Please like, please subscribe. If there's anything in particular you want to see a video about in terms of car maintenance or retro gaming, just let me know in the comments. Thanks very much.